And we're back at it like a bad habit, chat. Rednation in the cut. What's good with y'all, man? What's good with y'all? So today we're going to be playing Vampire the Masquerade Swansong. What I would like to do is make sure the volume settings is correct for voices, because I heard it when it first came on. It sounded a little low. So we're going to go ahead and get started. What this game is exactly what it sounds like. It is a vampire game, very similar to Detroit Become Human or The Council or the Tortell series games that you guys may have played, like The Walking Dead or Game of Thrones, where you kind of make decisions. Very different from Blood Hunt, because I know some of you guys see me play Blood Hunt on a live stream. Not like Blood Hunt. It's just more like RPG based. Vampires walk among us. Unknowing, we've built their cities, fought their wars, and sated their hunger. For centuries, these creatures have been organized into rival sects. The largest of which is the Camarilla. Yeah, y'all like my narration voice? How y'all feel about that? W Red. In its domains, the Camarilla courts enforce the masquerade, a global conspiracy hiding the existence of the world. Breaking the masquerade is punishable by the final death. W Mans. In Boston, vampire factions have long been at each other's throats. After much conflict, Hazel Iverson, the new prince, has sealed a fragile pact with a group of blood sorcerers, known as the Hartford Chantry. These are their stories. I added that, for the one time. The Alliance will not only provide stability to the domain, but will hand the prince the blood trade. The trafficking of blood and mortal victims that serve the needs of vampire elite. Tonight, the undead will celebrate. They thought they was gonna celebrate. Till Rednation kicked down the fucking door, bitch. Give me that. I need all that. Run it. So in this game, I believe you play as 3 different vampires, or you get to choose between 3.
This going. There. Ready. We're all set. Now, to begin,
Tell me, what do you see?
What do you see?
Give me kind of character creation vibes.
I don't know.
Try this. Focus on your vision.
Oh shit. Dead ops. On my body be headshots.
No, it's too late. It's too late now.
Yikes. Everybody dead. This is the ending that I'm going for. Everybody gotta die. I don't know who none of these people are, but everybody gotta go. I agree. I am of like mind, chap. Vampire the Masquerade Swansong. So I am extremely excited to play this game. Oh, look at Boston. This looks nice. I know it's taking place in Boston. This looks really cool, man. Look at the city. Yeah, that's nice. Boston always trying to copy New York, but fuck it, we here. Leisha. I guess this is one of the characters.
Did you feel it too? Take your stuff. We're getting out.
We're getting out of here. Okay. Interesting. Okay, and this must be the prince. So interesting to see that the prince is a female. Very interesting.
Call them back.
In Vampire Society, I will give you guys tidbits, but in Vampire Society, the prince can be male or female, and they hold the title of prince instead of princess. It's not gender specific, how it is in real life. So the prince is just somebody who runs the city of vampires. Now, mind you, you don't have to be the physically stronger or oldest person to be the prince of the city, right? But you just have to have the best connections.
What's going on?
It's the prince. We must go quickly.
This guy looks cool as hell. Galeb, is that how you pronounce his name? He kind of gives me Ventroop vibes. A lot of you guys may not know what that means. Different vampires are different like races of vampires that exist inside the world, designated by something called clans, which we'll get into later. So I guess this is the other character, Emma.
You know
Emma
full
Lewis.
well I was in charge of it. If anything goes wrong, it's my head on the chopping block. Fuck. Damn it! It took Hazel months to convince the Hartford Chantry to ally themselves with us. So they finally accept, and then bam, a code red. There's never been a code red in Boston, damn it! This has gotta be bad, MM.
Okay. In dialogue, some answers require the use of skills. Your skill level is compared with that of your opponent. The higher the rating wins. You cannot use skill if the rating is 0. Using a skill consumes willpower. If your opponent wins, you gain a few willpower points at the end of the dialogue option. Okay, so it's going to cost me 3 points to do this. Is there a way to increase? No, there's not. Okay. So, like, in some games, you have your points and you can spend it, but I guess you can't spend it here, or maybe you can't spend it now. I don't know. I don't have any persuasion, so I can't use that. I don't even know why this option is here if you don't have whatever. It is tutorial though, right? So fuck it.
It's not like you had anything to do with it. I'm sure.
You don't get it. I was in charge of organizing the party.
But security is Jara's problem.
Yeah,
normally.
except Jara is a member of the Primogen. I'm not.
The Primogen is basically the prince's council of people. It's very democratic, kinda. They have a lot of sway. The Primogen are the top vampires of the city. They run shit. If the prince is the king, the Primogens are like the nobles, the lords. What's a code red?
Did you say this is the first code red in Boston?
Ever since the fall of London, protocol is no longer a laughing matter.
Whatever. They've been harping on that for 4 years now. They took away our internet access. Our
Not the internet.
smartphones.
It's called risk mitigation, that's all. A code red is an alarm signal that's sent to everyone to say, watch out, we're all in danger. And everyone runs to shelter at the nearest safe house. For us, it's with the prince. It could have been worse.
Okay.
I'd have preferred worse.
You're not even listening to me.
We clean house? What does that mean?
What do you mean by we clean house?
Getting rid of our archives, our documents, anything that might betray our network and relationships.
Okay. That sounds kind of risky because vampires' connections and relationship is what makes them powerful, not just their physical
Come on,
strength.
tell me.
We run. We leave everything behind.
We leave everything behind and we go into hiding as far from here as we can. I don't understand what this code red is though.
There's
no way I'm leaving Boston.
Right here in the city. It took me years to build my clubs.
Talk your shit.
I've worked too hard to give it up now.
I ain't leaving.
Have a choice.
Everybody has a choice.
I know you hate coming here. Are you gonna be alright?
What do you think? I know how to behave, Jay.
Yeah, I know. Just keep
I wonder what clan she's from.
We'll be fine.
I wonder if they tell you what clan you're from. Dialogue reward +1 willpower for passing it.
My little
Okay, there goes April.
You're here at last.
I am.
The fear that something horrible had happened to you terrified me.
No call for theatrics, April.
The prince asked
Let me see. Oh, they do have like a thing here. Okay, let me see. Oh, awesome. Look at this. So look, the founder of the Black Rattlers, right? That's like her thing, which is like a nightclub, right? But you see it says clan right there at the top left-hand corner, right? It says clan Toreador. That's the race of vampire she is. And where it says sire on that bottom right, underneath generation, that's the person who turned her into a vampire. Date of embrace, that's the year she was turned. So she was made a vampire in 1929. So she's pretty old, right? And then generation is 12. Now, generation is kind of weird. The closer you are to generation 1, the more powerful of a vampire you are. Okay? That is all you guys really need to know. I'm not going to go into too specifics there because I don't want to confuse you guys. But throughout the game, you will see that I will scroll through these things and kind of figure stuff out. Caleb looked like a Ventru. This is Caleb, the other character, and he is a Ventru. I fucking called it. I'm nice. I'm that guy, chat. And as you can see, he's a Ventru. You see, he's generation 11. So Caleb was born in, he was made vampire in 1745. So he's been a vampire for a long time. His sire's name is Jean Baptiste. And he has a child. So that means a child is What? Okay, so it's Jean Baptiste is his sire who made him. He has a child that he created named Burrell Underwood. That's how that works. And then you have Laisha. Laisha's a Malkavian. Okay, so very crazy. Her playthrough is going to be probably super weird just because Malkavians are crazy. And for some reason, no fucking sire. Why isn't there a sire under her? She doesn't know who turned her? Whatever, that's very interesting. And then we have April, the new character that we just met, who is also a Toreador, but she doesn't have the same sire as Emma. So they're from the same clan, two different sires though. That's a normal thing. But it looks like she's younger than Emma. Yeah, she's significantly younger than Emma, but she is in a higher place in society because she works for the prince. So it's crazy how that kind of happened. Interesting. Let's go back to the game.
As you arrived, Amim. I wouldn't dilly-dally if I were you. As for you, Journey, someone's triggered a code red. If anything has happened over there, I'll hold you personally responsible.
Okay, so it looks like we have some dialogue options here. So in the dialogue options, it says disciplines. Vampires have supernatural abilities, usually inherent from their clan disciplines. Some disciplines can be used in dialogue, as with skills, the higher level wins. Not all disciplines are available to all vampires. Some mortals may possess certain powers, although most have no defense against disciplines. Using a discipline generates hunger, which is blood. Hunger has a value that cannot be exceeded. This limits a vampire's use of power, right? A vampire at their hunger limits risks losing control, attacking, and feeding on the closest mortal. Sounds good. Backup journey, flatter April. So it doesn't matter what we do. It's definitely looking like it's going to be a. I'm pressing all of the buttons here. I don't see a way to enhance this, and it says it's a 0 chance. So it's an automatic fail. It's literally an automatic fail. I don't understand. Whatever. It's an automatic fail. You can't put any points into it. I don't even know why they give you the option.
Back in the day, nobody could bat an eyelash without you knowing about it. You must know exactly what Jay's being blamed for, don't you?
Eminem. My dear Eminem. I adore you. Really, I do. But darling, please.
You're way out of your league here. That's super fucked up.
This alliance with the Hartford Chantry is crucial. The prince is on edge.
The Hartford Chantry, I'll click on it here. I know, I'm sorry for the interruptions. The Chantry is ran by the clan called the Tremere. They're like mages, people with magic, right? And they were turned into vampires, so now they do blood magic. They are really strong, and most of the time they control a lot of the shit that's happening in the city. I'm not going to go through all of the stuff on this left-hand side. I know what it is, and when we come across something interesting, I will share it throughout the playthrough. Why? Because I'm that cool guy that likes to give you guys free information.
She was
What
in
does this have to
charge
do?
of the whole thing, for goodness sake. Listen,
She was in charge.
both of you. From now on, I don't want to hear another word out of either of you.
Okay.
The prince is furious. Journey, you're coming with me.
It looks like I just gained a negative trait.
And as for you, Hazel wants to see you.
Okay, Hazel. So the prince wants to see me. So for a 12th generation vampire, having attendance with the prince is a rare thing, right? The prince doesn't just make time for anybody. You know what I mean? Like, it's a flex to be like, hey, you know, I'm here. The prince wants to see me. Whatever. These guys are probably ghouls. Ghouls are humans that feed on vampire blood. In exchange, they become like servants to the vampires in high society, and it's all well hidden as they're maintaining something called the masquerade. So if they're wearing masks, they're probably ghouls. Not all ghouls wear masks, but inside the prince's domain, they have to hide their faces for safety reasons. Who's this guy? I don't like the look of him. Why is his beard blonde? He dying his beard?
Smiles like a Toreador.
She smiles like a Toreador. Letters etched in bold right upon her teeth.
That bearded guy who's swallowing his bile.
What about the bearded guy?
A Tremere warlock, then?
Keep him at a healthy distance.
He's a warlock.
A sideward glance, he could make the blood in your veins boil.
Is court attendance usually this sparse?
There's usually more of us. There's usually more of us. Everyone should have been at the party. She's talking too much. Yeah.
What was rule number 2?
Don't talk too much. And never talk about yourself. You don't trust anyone, do you?
Not anyone here.
That's not how. Yeah, that's how you move. You gotta move in silence like a G.
I'd hate to be
Vampires have powers. They can talk. Oh, okay. You see this right here? That is a Nosferatu. You see he's all fucked up. His face is all ugly. They actually can look a lot worse than that. That's a clan.
It's one thing to have been told that the Nosferatu don't age well. It's another thing to see it for yourself.
It's by no fault of their own.
You're just born that way.
You'll be able to ask the prince tonight if you can embrace me.
So she's asking to be embraced. That basically means to become a vampire.
No longer the time.
So this is not a good time to embrace her, obviously. There's a lot of shit going on. It's not a good time to say that. And he is your child?
Mr.
Beryl Underwood. Yeah, so that's his child. So he sired him. And he sired him when he was much older, so that's the reason why he looks old. But that man looks freaky though. He's a real shark. He's one of the members of the Primogen. How are you not on the Primogen, but you have a son on a Primogen? How did that fucking happen? He has higher status than you? Or are you on the Primogen too? I don't know. He's one of the members of the Primogen.
Tread lightly. He's a member of the Primogen.
They're the check to the prince's power.
The check and balance. They backed Hazel when she rose to power after Quentin came. They'd hoped to control her.
What? Things didn't go as planned?
I just have a feeling she will surprise them. Never forget that the court is a chessboard. We are monsters. We sacrifice pawns. If you want to be a major piece, then behave accordingly.
But
Nothing can happen to you here. We're in the prince's house. She must be finished by now. Wait for me. This won't take long.
It's out of the question, MM. I won't let her get away with this.
All right. Calm down, Dijon.
Where's Journey?
What's it to you?
That boy
Don't
yelling.
start with me.
What the fuck
She
is on
was
his
in charge
feet?
of the party. She has to take responsibility for this.
Leave her out of it.
It's too late for that. Don't waste your time covering for her. She's not a kid anymore. I haven't heard from my child, and no one's able to get through to them.
Oh, Journey's his child?
Go on then.
Okay.
Go and save Imani and stop wasting
Now
your
remember,
time.
child is just the term they use for the person who sired you, not physical
We're all
child.
stuck here.
You're such a good boy.
For example, like if I turned you into a vampire, you would be my child.
Oh, come on.
Somebody
Hilda,
turned
she
me, I
needs
would
to
be their
grow up.
child. So this is Hilda. Hilda McAndrews. We just read about her in the profile. That's Emma's child. No, I mean Hilda is Emma's child. That's her master, her sire.
I don't need your help.
ma'am, please.
Emma being disrespectful to her sire?
I was worried about you.
You still haven't moved on, have you? You're always getting in my way.
Lower your voice. People are
Yeah, Hilda not playing with your ass. Okay. Oh, finally, focuses. This is what I was asking about. Why couldn't I use this before? Focus allows you to temporarily increase your skill by 1 level or 2. The more increases your focus, the more the willpower cost increases. To be focused, a skill must have a minimum score of 1 point. Disciplines or knowledges cannot be focused. Okay. Awesome. So then I can do some rhetoric here, and then you saw how I put a point into it, and now it's changed to 30%, right? And then I can change another point. I can put 2 points into it. Let me see, can I do the same thing with Intimidate? No, I can't. Okay, so we're just gonna do 3 points into it. Let's have a 100% chance. Let's see if she knows about Code Red. Opponent use focus. She can use focus too? Oh, Jesus. This is probably an L. It's a tie. What happens? Oh, it rolls a dice. Just like in a video game. Okay. And I fail. Jesus, bro. I'm ass. What is this RNG? The risk of opponent's focus is represented by a percentage. The more aggressive you are, skill focus, use disciplines, the more the risk of the opponent's focus increases. So basically, the more you invest, the more she invests. Gotcha.
You're in the Primogen. You must know something.
I'm in the same boat as the rest of you. Apparently, it was from one of
Everybody
Moore's
playing their
retainers.
cards extremely
That's all
close
I
to their
know.
chest.
Who's that? Jason Moore. Don't you remember him?
No.
He's the human who manages our interests when the sun comes up. He handles our assets, errands with the banks.
What does he have to do with this?
I don't know. It now seems that Miss Hazel Iverson, the mighty Prince of Boston, is no longer on speaking terms with the Primogen. As if
So
now
when
he
somebody
might
says
take
somebody's
time.
not on speaking terms in vampire society, that means if I see you, I'm going to rip your fucking heart out. That doesn't mean we're not talking. Just to point that out, guys, just so you know. When somebody says I'm not talking to you, we're not speaking, that just means when I see you, it's on site.
Hazel must be upstairs.
One or two things happen when you're not on speaking terms with another vampire, right? One, somebody dies. And then two, right? The second option, which is, pretty interesting. The second option would be, hey, we made up. We're cool again. We're talking again. Because even though we're on speaking terms, that doesn't necessarily mean we're friends. That just means we're not outright murdering each other, if that makes sense. Going up the elevator. Take the elevator to meet the prince. Awesome. One objective done. What the hell could she want with me? Interesting. I don't know what she wants from me. I'm hoping we can figure it out together. Oh, okay. This is definitely giving me the Malkavian character vibes. You see how everything is floating? This could be in her mind, or this could be in the room she's in. It looks like things are just kind of frozen in space, so it tells me it kind of maybe might be like some form of dreamscape, maybe. In the Malkavian's head, they have very lucid dreams and visions. In a Malkavian's mind, not everything seems real, and this kind of shows that, like, you see, like, things are just kind of floating everywhere. They're not even moving, no gravity. This could definitely be in her brain. I wouldn't be surprised if she's like with like her form of imaginary friend, which kind of takes place as a person or a creature that can talk and communicate. Malkavians normally have stuff like that. It's because they're crazy. They suffer from madness, but they are extremely powerful because they can see visions, which is a whole nother thing. But they don't control it, at least not the younger ones. Look, unstable seer, so I'm assuming she has visions too. Okay, interesting.
Okay, Mom? Penny for your thoughts?
Nothing, Pumpkin. What were you saying?
You saw pictures again? You're not going back to the Institute, are you?
No, don't fret. I'm gonna stay.
I'm gonna stay with you now. Okay.
I don't like it when Richard takes you away.
He's my psychiatrist. He's helping me so I can be with you.
So I can be with you. Okay.
Mom has a little trouble sometimes. Remember? I see things that haven't happened yet. And I forget others.
Yes, I know. And you have to slumber so you can rest all alone sometimes. But 3 years was too long.
I've missed her so much. We won't be separated again. I don't want to lie to her.
It seemed like an eternity.
This might actually be. It looks like a child. This might actually be her. She said, "I missed you, Mom." Yeah, so she could probably be imagining her. She's probably not real.
Why does everybody look so upset?
I think something serious is happening.
Malkavians tend, that's the name of the clan, the race of vampire, they tend to have these imaginary people that they communicate with, to help them stay sane, like guides. Maybe her daughter is a guide. Maybe she passed away or something. But this is how she clings on to her humanity.
And your mother needs to talk to them.
By no means am I an expert in Vampire the Masquerade. I just know a little bit.
Talk to me too much.
If you want, sweetie. But don't wander off. Go on. Show me what you do to make sure no one spots you.
Okay, here I go.
And as you can see, yep, exactly what I thought. This is something that seems to be in her head, something that she pushes out this way, which is rather interesting.
It's been a while. Hey, MM.
I can't wait to play Gable's character. I'm a big fan of the Ventru.
When did you get out?
And I feel like playing Laisha is going to be a fucking nightmare.
That means she's extremely worried about the situation.
That or she's
So Hazel is the prince. That or she's a major drama queen. M doesn't realize how serious it is. She should show the prime more respect. I don't want to tell her what to do. Even though I'm pro prime, I'm gonna play it cool.
Light of the situation, believe me, there aren't many of us who have experienced a code red and survived.
I still don't know what a code red is.
Thanks for the heads up, Professor Bazori. First Siaka, now you. Why won't anybody give me a break tonight? Maybe you asked for it.
Or maybe if you behaved in a manner more appropriate.
Talk your shit, Caleb.
Then you'd better understand why everyone is so nervous.
He's got no business lecturing me. Am I playing as... Oh, I'm playing as her now. He got no business lecturing me. Daja asked for it. Yeah, no, you can say that.
Stop
He's not
it
your
right
sire.
there, Berserk. Don't take that tone with me. I choose what lessons to take.
We must all remain calm and accept
I like Caleb's character. He's very composed.
even from the most unusual sources.
That'll get you far in
That's
this world.
surprising to hear. Coming from a blue blood. At
Blue
least your
blood
sources
is
give you
a
more
term
solid
to
source
describe a
than the
Ventru.
child of
A
Malkav.
child of Malkav at the end there
You know
is
what
to
you're
describe a
talking
child of the
about. All I'm
Malkavians.
saying is that whatever the
They're
problem
like
is,
derogatory terms
hallucinations
to kind of
aren't gonna help
disrespect
us
them.
solve it.
This time it's different. So all I'm saying is whatever the problem is, your hallucinations aren't going to help us solve it. This time it's different. M can believe whatever she wants. I don't care. Yeah, we're gonna go with this one.
Yet many of the things I saw ended up happening.
Quentin King's disappearance, Hazel's rise to power, your breakup with Hilda too. But you're probably right. It's just Hazel and her flair for the dramatic.
Only
Hold on, give me a second. I feel like the volume sounds sounds off. Look, it didn't save my settings. I freaking knew it. Cause I'm like, bro, this sounds low as hell. There we go. Apply.
time will tell.
It still sounds low from my headphones. I have no idea why. Hopefully it sounds fine to you
Good
guys.
evening, ladies, sir. The prince shall see you now.
Hopefully that sounds better. I'll check it over the live stream. Ooh, okay. So Rebellious Star, the diva who lights up Boston's night, but bringing the light into the world. Darkness can be perilous. Emma knows this, but she doesn't care. Choose a profile. So this is kind of how you make your character really, really interesting. So what I'm going to do, right? I think this is a good stopping point for this video. I don't want it to be too long. And then the next video, I will continue to push the envelope on creating Emma's character. All right. It's most likely going to be the free version, and then I'm going to kind of put my points in because I want to make my character specific to the design I want her to be. But if you guys are liking this series so far, what I would encourage you all to do is hit the like button, subscribe if you are new, and smash that notification bell to stay up to date with your boy Rednation. This has been Red, man. Stay up, stay blessed, stay toxic.